I'm attempting to win the Champions League, but with only free agents. That means I can't use any money to make transfers. Also, I'm banned from using the Youth Academy. The only way I can make transfers is by signing unemployed free agents. Now, we've been doing this challenge since FIFA 23, but trust me, the FC 26 edition is going to be the most difficult one yet. For starters, the wheel is going to give us a random championship club to start this challenge with. Okay, as long as we don't get one of the Sheffield clubs, we'll be in a good spot. The Sheffield clubs are literally the worst championship teams right now, and of course, Sheffield Wednesday is what we get.
Don't get one of the Sheffield clubs.
And well, to start things off, we're going to have a 2.5-star club. And oh man, the transfer budget is low as well. And that's going to make even signing free agents harder because our wage budget will be low. Now, we are allowed to use the existing players we've got here at Sheffield Wednesday, but I don't want to use any of these players. And why are we in a 5 at the back formation? Also, looks like because of the currency change, our budget's gone down to 2.4 million. But look at that weekly budget, man. I think it'll be enough to maybe sign 2 or 3 good free agents. This is going to be a real grind. Now, let's straight away get into the free agent market and see what kind of players we can bring in. But hold up. You thought I could directly sign any free agents I want? Well, you were wrong. I told you we were going to make this the most difficult free agent challenge yet. And that's why we've got the wheel. Every season, it's going to give us one stipulation based on which we'll be making our free agent signings. And time to see what the first one's going to be. And UCL experience. We can only sign free agents who have played 1 Champions League game. I don't know if this is a good thing. These kind of free agents will probably be super expensive, and with the low funds that we have, we probably won't be able to even afford them. Oh man, I just realized now this eliminates any possibility of signing free agents like Akram Afif. He's been like a free agent goat for so many years. And no, guys, it's not because he's unemployed in real life. I think the Qatari club he plays for is not in the game, that's why. But yeah, that basically means we cannot exploit the fact that these Qatari players are all free agents, at least for this season. Okay, this Mexican guy looks pretty good. 77 rated striker, German Berterame. But bro has never even played in Europe. We're not allowed to sign him. Bro, I don't think we'll even find a single free agent to sign this season at this rate. Okay, wait, I think I found one. Christoph Piatek. I'm sure he played in the Champions League back in his AC Milan days. But wait, guys, I just asked ChatGPT. Piatek never played in any Champions League game. It was just the Europa League, so I guess he was part of a washed Milan side. But yup, that means we can't sign him. Now, wait a freaking minute. Memphis Depay? Since when has he become a free agent? Nah, man, that is absolutely crazy. And of course, he has played in the Champions League for multiple clubs. But okay, I'm kind of worried about the fact that if we have the money to even sign Depay, you guys saw how low our wage budget was. And to convince Depay to join a second division club, I don't know if that's going to be really possible. To be honest, this wage demand isn't that much. I guess that's what happens when you're unemployed for a while. But we will remove that goal bonus. Submit offer and just see what Depay says. He wants a bit of a bump, but that's fine. And with that, boys, we've made our first free agent signing. Depay, with a bit of Champions League experience, is joining to save Sheffield Wednesday. We're now replacing the 64 rated striker we've got with Memphis Depay. What an upgrade. But guys, I don't think just one free agent is going to be enough. I want to try and make progress fast, so our first goal is just making it out of the championship and getting to the Premier League. For that, though, Depay is going to need a bit of help. Bro, look at this Mexican midfielder, man. 77 rated. The potential's crazy. But again, we just can't sign him. There's even Romain Saiz. I didn't know he was a free agent. I remember him from his Wolves days. But of course, he never played in the Champions League, so can't sign him too. Even one of the free agent goats, Alexis Vega. Nope, we're not allowed to sign him. But Hakim Ziyech. I had no idea he was a free agent. 78 rated. Of course, we know what he did in the Champions League when he played for Ajax. But are we going to have enough wages to sign him up? I'm really hoping so. I think we're going to be cutting it really tight, but let's offer him exactly what he wants. It's going to basically wipe out our budget, but he has accepted the contract. And with that, we've got our second free agent signing in Hakim Ziyech. Look at him meet up with Memphis Depay. Both of them are probably wondering what on earth they're doing at Sheffield Wednesday. Now, I continued scouting the transfer market to see if any players had even a sliver of Champions League experience, but nope. Looks like we're not going to be signing any more free agents in Season 1, but we do have Ziyech and Memphis Depay, who I think we need to build this team around. Okay, guys, I think I'm just going to keep it simple tactically. A 4-4-2. Everything's going to be just built around Depay and Ziyech because there are only 2 ballers. Now, we have no restrictions in terms of hiring coaches, so we really do need to deck out this department, but our weekly budget is now down to 3,900. Now, I figured out a way to fix that by selling players we don't need, and at least now we've got a reasonable coaching department. But for this first season, man, everything's going to be on Memphis Depay and Hakim Ziyech. I wish we could have maybe signed some more free agents, especially some younger ones. But hey, that's what's making this challenge super difficult. Let's just see where we'll be at the end of the first season. End of the season, and we were nowhere near any of the promotion spots. To be fair, this is Sheffield Wednesday. But come on, we do have a player like Memphis Depay in the team, who was our top scorer with 13 goals. Ziyech as well was our top assister. Despite all of that, we could just barely avoid relegation. Oh my days. By 4 points, boys. Otherwise, we'd be going down to League One, which would have made us poorer and more difficult then to sign more free agents. You know what? Considering the situation, being in the championship again for next season, I think is fine. But I think we desperately need to add more free agents to the team. Do you know what, Wheel? Don't make life too difficult this season. Underrated nation. You can only sign free agents outside of the top 50 nations. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to bring out the FIFA rankings. And oh man, this challenge is annoying because I've just found a 68 rated 18-year-old left back. He's a free agent. We could literally sign him, but he's from Portugal. And they literally have a top 10 ranking. Even this Ragnar Ake guy, he would have been a lovely striker to have in the squad. Now, hang on a minute. Could we sign someone like Alexis Vega? Surely Mexico aren't that high in the rankings.
Is he having a laugh? Are you having a laugh?
Okay, forgive me for my disrespect. Mexico are actually 14th, and that means we can't sign Vega. But what about Akram Afif? And yes, boys, we can just about sign him because Qatar are 52nd. I really thought we were going to end up with not having any good free agent signings, but Akram Afif would change things. Also, because we survived the championship last year, I think wages won't be a problem. Because there you go, we've easily managed to sign Akram Afif. Now, that does improve the team quite a bit, but all the free agents we've signed so far are super old. They're only going to get worse. If we want to try and get this team out of the championship, we're going to need some younger players. Now, I have managed to find some decent young free agents like Victor Correa. He plays for Chile. And just to confirm, Chile are 56th in the international rankings. And I will absolutely take a 68 rated centre-back into the club. Also found this 18-year-old Ghanaian central midfielder, 68 rated. Also to confirm, Ghana are 73rd in the FIFA men's rankings. So, of course, we're signing him up. But also, guys, I think I found our best free agent so far. Zhong Liu, Chinese goalkeeper, 70 rated. How is this guy unemployed? Bro, the fact that this kid is 17, and by the way, China are ranked 93rd, and so we do get to add Zhong Liu into our squad. I think these young free agents that we've just signed have saved this challenge, because now we can focus on developing them, and also we added quality in Akram Afif. Despite the wheel throwing us a curveball, I think we've done pretty well. And look at the difference. End of season 2, and we've got Sheffield Wednesday finishing mid-table, just with free agent signings. And I can see why we made this happen. Growth has been solid. Look at our Chinese goalkeeper Liu up to a 75. Also, we've got Correa going up to a 70, Achebe up to 72. But you know what? It's Memphis Depay at the age of 33 who's still carrying this team. Also, Afif has been a solid signing. Bro, if next season the wheel can be a bit kinder and allow us to sign better free agents, I think promotion could be on the cards. We've had 2 really difficult challenges so far, so for Season 3, Wheel, come on. Defensive rebuild, only goalkeepers, defenders, and CDMs allowed. And that is so annoying because the weakest position in our team is that striker spot. But I guess this season, Depay is going to have to carry once again. I guess we can try and find maybe centre-backs or full-backs. Also, we don't have any restriction on nation anymore. And look who I found, 80-rated Santi Martinez. That is the craziest free agent we found so far. Absolutely, we're signing him up. Do you know what? I'm not going to complain about the wheel now, because if we had got a nation team challenge, we would have probably had to miss out on signing Santi Martinez. And also, I found another really good Spaniard, John Goroksha. The kid's only 24. We are allowed to sign him because he's a CDM. Not gonna lie, boys, with these couple of Spaniards, I think we've built a team closer than ever to secure promotion. Now, we do still have a bit more money, and I'm thinking maybe we could get in a better left back. Well, forget left back, because Szczesny's a free agent. Looks like his Barcelona tour is complete. 81 rated goalkeeper. Now, I know we've got the Chinese Liu in goal, but I think Szczesny could really complement him well. And I know Szczesny's bound to retire very soon, maybe in like 1 or 2 seasons, but he could propel us to the Premier League before that. And wow, even his wages weren't too bad. Things are definitely coming together this season, boys. That's now our second 80+ overall signing of just this season. And also, boys, things just keep getting better because Zinchenko is a free agent. 77 rated. We're snapping him up as well. Not gonna lie, boys, I'm kind of glad we had the defensive restriction because we've made the most of it. Look at how much better our team looks now. And would you look at that, boys? End of season 3, it's EFL Championship secured. Promotion to the Premier League. That's the first hurdle we finally crossed with our free agents team. And I think we do owe a lot to Wojciech Szczesny. Gave us one full season playing 47 games. And now he's retiring end of the season. But hey, he's done his job. Got us to the Premier League. And now the Chinese man Liu will take his place. But also, bro, how is Memphis Depay doing this? He's 34 and he's going up in his overall. This should be happening. I've put him on a development plan, but I did not expect this to happen. Even Akram Afif is having a great season. A lot of growth coming in from John Gorosha and Santi Martinez up to an 83 overall. Initially, I thought this team would struggle in the Premier League even if we got there. But now I'm starting to think, boys, that we can compete, especially if we can add in a few more solid free agents. All right, boys, we've now got the free agent squad in the Premier League. And I think now our goal is to try and work our way to getting top 4. Now, of course, I understand that might be super ambitious. But if the wheel doesn't hinder us and lets us sign some solid free agents and one per nation, I will take that. We're allowed to sign any free agents we want, but it's going to be capped at one per nation. I think last season we signed 2 Spaniards, Martinez and Gorosha. This season, we can't do that. I think my primary goal is to find a good free agent striker. Wait a minute, is that Benzema's regen? I think it is Mehdi Etienne, 74 rated striker, 84 to 90 potential, just 18 years old. Okay, I know I won't be able to sign any more French players this season, but that's totally fine. We've just signed a wonderkid French striker. Now, I also found a Spanish right midfielder, David Larrubia. Ziyech is kind of getting old, so I don't mind having a bit of depth. Well, I found a French right back, 77 rated, would have been great for our squad, but we've already signed a French player, so we cannot sign him. But we can go for Ethan Laird. Fun fact, he was a Man United Academy player, I think. 26 years old, 75 rated. That's a signing that should help us in the Premier League. Tosin Aldarabio is available as a free agent, 80 rated. With all the Premier League experience he has, he would have been perfect for us. But we just signed an English player. The wheel has cooked us once again. Thankfully, Thilo Kerrer is available as a free agent. He's German. We have not signed a German player so far. And I'm glad we at least now get an 80 rated centre-back joining our ranks. Also looks like we're not done. Found an Argentinian winger. Thank you very much. We're going to sign him up. I think we've done the best we can with the limitations we had. This team most definitely should be good enough to survive the Premier League. Getting top 4 though is out of question. We're just gonna have to build slowly. End of the season and we finished 14th. As expected, comfortably avoided the drop. Still, I was kind of hoping we'd maybe push towards top 10, but that's asking a bit too much with a newly promoted club. The good thing is that some of our free agents like Martinez grew quite a bit. Gorosha is also turning out to being a cult hero. Also, we're finally seeing Memphis Depay slow down a little bit. But this Frenchman Etienne, who we signed last season, he's picking up the mantle up to a 78 overall. But also look at that, boys. Some of the first free agents we signed, like Hakim Ziyech, they're retiring. And that's going to only make this challenge harder. If we want to take the next step, which is qualifying for Champions League, we're going to need to keep finding better free agents. All right, let's first see what the wheel is going to make us do. Wage cap mode. Can only use 50k of weekly wages. This is not good, boys, because even though we've got 30 million and a weekly wage budget of 582,000, this season we can only use 50k. I presume it should still allow us to sign maybe a couple of players. In fact, I've actually found 3 really good players in here. Bernardo Silva is a free agent. Oh my days, apparently the wage we're gonna have to offer him will be between 42,000 and 64. Bro, we'll only be able to sign one free agent at this rate. Pellegrini would be a little cheaper, but not too different. We can't sign them both for sure. Okay, this Saavedra guy is more economical. But come on, man. Bernardo Silva is available as a free agent. You guys saw Depay's impact. He's still balling out for us. And I think we need Bernardo's quality in the midfield. I'm just going to try my best to keep the weekly wages as low as possible. Oh, this might have saved us, boys. With the signing bonus and everything, he's willing to accept 34,000. Can I just reduce it ever so slightly down to 32? No, I can't. I don't want to play with this. We'll accept 34,000. Now, we've got Bernardo Silva into the team, a Premier League winner. Now, there's no way we can afford to sign Pellegrini. Regardless, we do have Bernardo in midfield, so I'm fine with it. I do want to sign this Manuel Saavedra kid, 78 rated, 17-year-old left back, but we've only got 16k left. If we can get his contract under that, it'll be job done. But see, the recommended wage, boys, it's up to 18.5k. This is going to be close, but it is enough. 13,000 are the wages we're going to be offering Saavedra. We'll accept that. There you go. Don't think we've got any bandwidth for more signings, but I'm pretty happy bringing in this Argentinian left back. Now, the wage budget rule kind of limited the signings we could make this season, but overall, our squad is looking so well balanced. If we can see some growth from our Chinese goalkeeper, maybe even new signing Saavedra, also the veterans like Bernardo and Depay, if they can keep up, maybe it can be time for us to sneak into the top 10. Okay, we finished 14th, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting more, maybe getting into that top 10. I guess it's because even though we signed Bernardo Silva, his overall has still dipped to 80. Depay is now 36 years old, and we didn't see that kind of crazy growth this season. Okay, guys, we're now in Season 6, and I don't think we can give up. We literally took this team from bottom of the championship to now a mid-table club, and I do feel like we're just a few solid free agents away from being a Champions League club. Let's first just see what stipulation the wheel is giving us. An under 30 only. Most of the high-rated free agents available are always 30 plus years old. This is exactly what we didn't need. Or maybe we're gonna be fine, because I've just found Benoit Badiashile, who's a free agent, 29 years old. Let's just quickly snap him up before he turns 30. What? Have I just found the next Beckenbauer chilling in the free agent section? Leonard Boccia, 17-year-old, 86 rated centre-back. He's got to be like Schlotterbeck's regen or something. Bro, I literally said that we need high-rated free agents to become a Champions League club, and Leonard over here is exactly what we need. Wait a minute, even Jarell Quansah is a free agent? What is up with all these centre-backs being available? Now, even though we might not need them with all the signings we've made, I just can't pass up on a solid free agent opportunity. Okay, with these signings, I think I figured out our ticket to making us a Champions League winning club, and that might be switching to like a back five, because without a doubt, most of our quality is in the defense, so we've got to play to our strengths. Also, I found a 21-year-old Belgian left winger, Cedric Renard, 82 rated. Look at that pace. We're getting really lucky that all the best free agents this season are under 30 years old. Okay, guys, I couldn't find any more free agents, but I cannot believe how much we've improved our team, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. We finished 7th in the Premier League. Finally, some progress. Just look at the growth we've had in the team. Liu, the man from China, is up to an 85 overall. Our backline just keeps growing and getting insane. We've even got Etienne and Renard going up crazy in their overall. I think if we sort out a few positions, top 4 should be guaranteed. First of all, we do gotta see what the wheel will make us do. An attacking rebuild. Sign only strikers, wingers, cams, or centre mids. You know what? I don't mind. Last season, we pretty much sorted out our backline. Not gonna lie, finding good attacking free agents is definitely a lot harder. Okay, maybe not, because there's Oscar Bob chilling in here. And we do need a bit of an upgrade in that right wing position. We're signing him up. Also, we may have found one of our best free agents yet, Bruno Guimaraes. Now, the crazy thing is, if he was a CDM, we wouldn't be allowed to sign him, but he's a central midfielder, so we can bring him in. Now, although he's 33, that overall, man, that is exactly what we need to become a Champions League club. Just take a look at our team now. Every position apart from the right back spot is 80 plus rated. Now, I would have loved to sign a free agent right back, but we're not allowed to do so this season. I still feel with Guimaraes and Oscar Bob, we should be getting top 4. And would you believe it, the free agent boys have folded off. Top 4 secured. We've crossed another hurdle and finally will be in the Champions League. That means from next season onwards, we'll have a chance to complete the challenge. And also, I don't see why we can't do it. Look at the growth we've had in the team. The man from China, Liu, is up to an 88 overall. Our defense is just unreal. We get like a right back, probably some other free agents to strengthen the overall squad, and I think we can win the Champions League. And by the way, we also won the FA Cup, which fills me with even more confidence. We're now in Season 7, and I feel like this might be it. Remember, we don't need to be perfect over the full season. That's what we need to win the Premier League. That is not our goal. The objective is the Champions League. But first, to boost our chances, we gotta improve the team as much as we can. And let's first see what kind of free agents can we sign. 1 per age. I don't think this is bad at all. In fact, it shouldn't be a problem. Basically, if we sign this Adrian Gantenbein guy, who's 31, we cannot sign any more 31-year-olds. I don't think this is going to be a problem at all. Now, this is perfect, boys. I found Serginho Dest as a right-back free agent. agent. I have no idea how he's 83 rated, but of course we're going to sign him up. And that now means finally after 7 seasons, we've got a full squad of 80 plus rated players. I'm just hoping we can maybe find a few more free agents to strengthen the overall squad. And this is crazy. I've just found Kefren Turam. No freaking way. He's 31 years old. That is crazy. What are the odds of 2 insane free agents popping up with the same age and us getting a wheel challenge allowing us only 1? I am actually shocked by this. I'm definitely gutted about not getting Thuram, but we do have Bruno Guimaraes, Garosha. The rest of the team is looking pretty darn insane. I think we've got a real shot at winning the Champions League. And okay, league phase in the Champions League, and we're off to a good start. Top 8 has been secured. Oh no, but we get Chelsea. I was hoping to get like RB Salzburg or a team like that. To be fair, in the Premier League right now, we're 3rd and Chelsea are 7th. We might be favourites. And even overall wise, our team has only just grown this season. Boccia is up to an 89. Leo is up to 89 as well. We've got a 91 rated striker in Etienne. Oscar Bob being injured kind of sucks, but we do have a replacement in La Rubia. It all starts here, boys. I'm super nervous. First leg, can we get the job done? Oh, and it's a draw. Come on, man. If we can make it to the quarters, we can start believing. And on penalties, we somehow get through. And this is the luck factor I'm talking about, boys. We get RB Salzburg. Look at the clubs we avoided. PSG, Dortmund, Barcelona. Now we got to make the most of it and make our way to the semi-finals. And okay, first leg job done. Second leg, do we make it happen? But I'm looking at all the other clubs that have made it through. PSG, Dortmund, Barcelona. Somehow, if we can draw Dortmund, that could be huge. But no, we get PSG. I think the semi-finals might be our limit for this season. Still, though, we gotta hope. Let's see first leg what we can do. A 0-0 draw. We missed the pen as well. That's not nice. But you know what? The fact that we were able to hold our own in the first leg, and now that Oscar Bob is back as well, I think we do have a chance. And oh my days, we actually pulled it off. 2-1 against PSG. And we do get slightly lucky in the final as Dortmund knocked out Barcelona, but they in fact destroyed them. I don't think this final's gonna be easy. Meanwhile, we don't win the Premier League, but at least we have qualified for next season's Champions League, so in case we do lose the final, we can try again. But hey, now that we've got here, I want to complete this challenge. But wait a minute, our star striker Etienne is injured? No way, he's got a bruised rib and he'll be out for 3 weeks. He's literally gonna miss the Champions League final. And he was our top scorer this season too. I do think the rest of the team has grown well and we should still be good enough, but in that striker spot, I am gonna have to put Memphis Depay. The man is 39. I'm wondering how is he not retired yet? His pace has literally dropped down to 65. We've somehow managed to retain his shooting stats. That could be key. But oh no, he can barely even dribble now. But you know what? Depay, I think, has been the MVP of this free agents challenge. In the first season itself, we signed him. And for the next, what, 7 or 8 seasons, he's been with us. And he can now literally help us pull off the impossible, the Champions League. Not gonna lie, boys. Midway through this challenge, things were looking really impossible for us. We just found the right free agent somehow. And look at us now as Memphis Depay sliding that one through for Bruno Guimaraes. The angle is difficult and Kobel with the save. Oh, but it's now Dortmund on the attack, and we're lucky that didn't go in. Also, we are using a 72 rated Depay, so I'm not sure how things are gonna go. Now, he does have his shooting stats. If we can get him near the box, he goes for goal. Now, that was in the best of efforts, but I know he can score. I'm trying my best to get Depay into these goal-scoring positions, but it's really not easy. He's going to have to link up with his teammates. It's not working. It's already now the second half, boys. I feel like we won't get a better opportunity to win the Champions League than this. Yes, next season we've qualified and we can try again, but our players are going to be older. Depay is probably going to retire. This is our best chance. Now, defensively, I do feel we've got things covered. All we need to do is find that one goal, and maybe it can be Oscar Bob that helps us get that as we find Memphis Depay. He went for the power shot. Slowly but surely, we are finding chances. Maybe another one here. Back in for Memphis Depay. And what a finish. That's what we needed to do. Get the ball to him in the box. The MVP of this challenge puts us into the lead. Now I'm just constantly finding Memphis Depay in those positions. He is still so good. He can't dribble, he can't pass, he can't run. But you get the ball to him in the box and he will score. All we gotta now do for 20 minutes is just defend, and we've got Boccia there. Let's go. Can we please not concede? It's just a minute left. And we've managed to hang on, boys. With just 3 agent signings, we've taken Sheffield Wednesday to the Champions League. To think we started out with a team that was the worst in the championship, but we grinded, slowly brought in the likes of Depay, Bruno Guimaraes, and many more free agents. And here we are, lifting that Champions League trophy. Now, if you enjoyed this challenge, why not watch me start career mode but unemployed? Click here.